Hello, my name is Caleb Smith with the Rocket Miner newspaper, here to provide an update for November 30th, 2020. I want to highlight two stories that, in different ways, illustrate the potential that we have to impact others and the people around us. The Sweetwater County Board of Health today noted the disappointing news that there were 3 COVID-19 related deaths during the Thanksgiving holiday, November 26th and 27th. That brings our overall coronavirus confirmed death count in Sweetwater County to 10 people. The 3 most recent cases are described as a Rock Springs woman who was in her 70s, a Rock Springs man who was in his 70s, and a Rock Springs woman who was in her 80s. Dr. Gene Station, the Sweetwater County Public Health Officer, noted that 8 of our 10 fatalities have occurred in the last 4 weeks. Those cases featured a Green River woman who was in her 50s, who died on November 14th, a woman in her 70s who was the resident of a long-term care facility who died on November 11th, a woman in her 80s who was also a resident of a long-term care facility who died on November 5th, a Rock Springs man in his 70s who died on November 3rd, and a Rock Springs man in his 60s who died on October 31st. Now, we had a decent stretch where we didn't have any COVID-19 related deaths reported. It's after that cluster, you have to go all the way back to July, where the 2 cases were a Green River woman in her 90s who died on July 15th, and a Rock Springs man in his 70s who died on July 13th. And presently, according to the self-reported stats on the state COVID-19 hospitalizations page, which you can find by going to the Wyoming Department of Health's COVID-19 information page, there are 4 people being treated for the coronavirus at Memorial Hospital, Sweetwater County. And 5 out of the 9 adult intensive care unit beds at Sweetwater Memorial are available. I watched that fluctuate over the weekend, and like I said, presently we're not quite half are available, or about half are available. One of the reasons why health experts keep encouraging us to keep up our guard is because of the deaths that we saw this past week. Yes, we're tired. Yes, we're tired of fumbling with the masks. We're over the distancing. We're over the strongly worded warnings that people limit their visitations, that people curtail their actions as much as possible. But there are 10 fewer people that we are aware of in this case that they're not going to be celebrating Christmas with their family this year or any other year. My heart goes out to these families who are impacted, their friends, neighbors who knew them. I know this has got to be hard, and I hope that you make it through the best you can. There's no medicine, no salve, no words that make the pain permanently go away. That sensation you're feeling is part of the testament to their memory and their legacy. I'm personally trying to be as careful as I can, because I don't know if I can be exposed to somebody and not know it and potentially infectious, and meet a person and that person later passes it to their parents or grandparents, or they're going to end up crossing paths with a worker at one of those long-term care facilities, unknowingly spreading it along. So just ask that people be kind and considerate, and be thinking of these families who are impacted, and what we can do to keep other people from going through these similar circumstances. The other thing I want to highlight involves the Ray Lovato Recycling Center. Now, it's in the process of applying for a $575,000 grant to get new equipment and completely revolutionize recycling both in Sweetwater County and our entire corner of the state. As part of that, that grant would require a $70,000 local match. And with Giving Tuesday kicking off in just a couple hours, there's an opportunity for people to take advantage of some of the generous offers that are out there. The Recycling Center notes that on Tuesday, December 1st, starting at 6 a.m., Facebook is promising to match every one of the, will match dollar for dollar for donations made through its fundraiser programs. People can set up individual fundraisers, and the money will go toward whatever project you have, be it the Recycling Center, or there's plenty of other laudable nonprofits out there. The idea is that it's going to continue this dollar for dollar matching program until $2 million in funds runs out. It notes that that was up to $100,000 per nonprofit, and individuals have a maximum $2,000 individual donation. It's not going to be an issue for me, but if you're out there and you have that money and you have that drive, please generate the maximum amount. And the Recycling Center notes that you don't have to just donate through Facebook. While it wouldn't receive the matching option, people can still mail a check to the Recycling Center. P.O. Box 970, Rock Springs, Wyoming, area code 82902, because it's on that side of the tracks. It's one of those deals where there are a lot of people can show support, like I said, participating in the fundraiser, or people can still just spread the word on social media, in addition to bring your properly cleaned and sorted supplies to the Recycling Center. It's noted that this was actually a great summer for the Recycling Center, where some markets had opened up for the Recycling Center that had previously been closed. And because of the quality and the fact that there are some other recycling centers where their stuff's not quite as well sorted. It's not as clean. And if you get a shipment of dirty recycled goods, you may not necessarily have that customer in the future. But our Ray Lovato Recycling Center, its hard-working workers and the volunteers who back them up have gained both a reputation and a market for what we're providing. And that's allowed us locally, those running it, to take advantage of some of the swings in the markets that are there. That's sometimes why you see some of the bales stack up, is that they're waiting for the cardboard, for example, to reach a certain price per ton. And when it reaches that, you can get more bang for your buck. Anyway, this recycling program, which has great potential to change how recycling is done, potentially not only in Rock Springs, but they're hopeful to make agreements reaching out throughout the county and potentially beyond to allow curbside recycling throughout areas that haven't previously enjoyed it. So that's something where your money for Giving Day would directly go toward. And you don't just have to take my word for it. There are plenty of sites out there that actually rate or give information on on nonprofit programs, such as GuideStar. That's one word, GuideStar. Like I said, the Ray Lovato Recycling Center is a verified 501c3 nonprofit. And that just means that it's gone through the extra certification and is known to be this is a reputable, accountable group that having worked with some of the people who keep things running there, I have great respect for their hard work. And like I said, this is one where they have a chance to do what they're already doing, and by partnering with the community, provide even more to everyone. So, like I said, whether it's Giving Tuesday or beyond, just be looking for opportunities to do right by your neighbors, by your loved ones. This is Caleb Smith with the Rocket Miner newspaper, wishing you a good day and a safe tomorrow. Bye.